Oh, oh. Listen, listen, ladies and gentlemen, please listen to me. Listen, please, 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 please listen to me. Please listen to me. Um, please listen. Please, please listen to me. Please. If you don't, if you, I mean, what I'm talking about is so important because this is going to, listen, this is going to put your life in your own hands and not in the hands of any other person. It's going to put your life and your future and your destiny in your own hands, not in the hands of anybody. And many of you are so afraid of holding your own future in your own hands. You're so scared. You're afraid. You want to put your life and your happiness and your future in the hands of somebody else. And that is why you refuse to take responsibility for your emotions, for your feelings, for your relationship, for where you are. You're refusing to take you're refusing to take responsibility because you're afraid. You are afraid. You are scared. You are afraid. It is fear. We're going to deal with that fear. We're going to deal with that fear. It's you're afraid. You're afraid. So we're going to deal with that fear because listen, because you have a great life ahead of you, you have a great future ahead of you, and you have to learn to handle it now. Please handle it now. Handle it now. Listen, when you refuse to take responsibility, you're practically handing over your life to another person. That's what you're doing. You're practically handing over your life to somebody else. And the reason why you refuse to take responsibility is because you're afraid. You're afraid. And it is fear. It is fear. You're afraid that if I say what's on my mind, if I make this decision, if I do what is right, if I tell myself, if I choose my happiness, that my life that I might not be able to handle it. I might screw up my life. I might mess up my life. But you need to take responsibility. That makes you an adult, an adult with a sound mind, to take responsibility for how you feel, for your emotions, for where you are, for the relationship that you're in, so that you take responsibility and don't blame anybody else, your partner or anybody else, for ruining your life. Nobody's ruining your life. You are ruining your own life. You are screwing up your life. You are ruining your life. No other, that partner is not ruining your life. Listen, a partner is ruining your life. So why don't you just stop it? Why don't you just walk away from that situation? Why don't you create a situation where you have the power? Why are you living in such a powerless state? Do you know why? It's because of fear. Fear. It's fear. You're afraid. You're afraid. You're afraid. It's fear. You don't want to take responsibility because of fear. So you will go through pain. You will go through abuse. You will go through mental, emotional torture because you don't want to. Because you don't want to take responsibility. You don't want to take responsibility. It's all the same thing. When you're not taking responsibility, it's fear. If you don't take responsibility, it is fear. So we have to listen. You have to learn to take responsibilities of my life. So listen, we're going to make this, we're going to say this to yourself. Everybody, you're going to write this. Success or failure, it is my fault. Write it down. Everybody write it down on the chart. Success or failure, it is my fault. Write it down. Success or failure, it is my fault. Success or failure, it is my fault. Write it down. Success or failure, it is my fault. Please write it down. Everybody. Success or failure, it is my fault. Everybody write it down. Success or failure, it is my fault. Write it down. Success or failure, it is my fault. 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 I'm taking away power from everybody else and I'm giving you the power. Because you're taking responsibility. It's you. Success or failure, it is my fault. Everybody write it down. Success or failure, it is my fault. No other person's fault. It's not the fault of the universe. It's not the fault of God. It's not the fault of your friends. It's not the fault of your parents. It's not the fault of your past. It's not the fault of your teacher. It's not the fault of your partner. It's not the fault of your friends. Success or failure, it is my fault. I'm taking responsibility. Success or failure, it is my fault. It is my fault. Tell yourself this. Tell yourself regularly. Keep telling yourself, success or failure, it is my fault. So when you're successful, it is you are responsible for it. And if you're failing, you're responsible for it. Now another dimension. Happiness or sadness, it is my fault. Some of you are not going to like this because you like to blame that bastard. And that do you know it's easier for you to blame somebody for your unhappiness? Listen, happiness or sadness, it is my fault. Yes, take back your power. So happiness or sadness, it is my fault. Say it, write it down. Happiness or sadness, it is my fault. I'm responsible. Yes, happiness or sadness, it is my fault. Say it. Write it down. Everybody write it down. Happiness or sadness, it is my fault. Happiness or sadness, it is my fault. Happiness or sadness, it is my fault. Write it down. Everybody. Happiness or sadness, it is my fault. Happiness or sadness, it is my fault. Some of you, this sounds so like it's weird to you and wondering, what the heck is Mr. Praise saying? Happiness or sadness, it is my fault. Happiness or sadness, it is my fault. Happiness or sadness, it is my fault. Because if you ever give the power to create or the power for your happiness to somebody else, you're in trouble. Yeah, you're in trouble. The moment you say that your happiness depends on somebody else, you're a slave. You're a slave to that person because that person now controls your happiness and controls your life and determines your life. No, nobody does. Nobody controls your happiness. Nobody. There's nobody. How do you take your power back? That's what I'm telling you. Tell yourself that happiness or sadness, it is my fault. And I'm responsible for it. I'm responsible. Happiness or sadness, my fault. It's not nobody else's fault. Because the moment you refuse to be a slave to anybody. Because the moment you say this person, let me tell you, you know. The more you blame somebody for something, for failure or anything, you blame them for failure or you blame them for your sadness and unhappiness and you keep blaming people, what is happening is right now is that you're telling yourself that you're not responsible for anything going on in your life, that other people are responsible. And if other people are responsible, that means they are controlling you. And if they are controlling you, you're a slave. No matter how beautiful you are, no matter how rich you are, if you can't control your emotional state, you're a slave to the people who are controlling you because you've given them your power. You've handed over your power to them. Don't hand power over to anybody. You've handed your power over to them. You need to take that, you need to take responsibility, because responsibility is power. So you need to take responsibility. It is hard. It is very tough for many of you. It is very, very, very hard for many of you to take responsibility. It's very difficult for many of you to take responsibility. It is easier for you to blame somebody else, that this person caused this and this person ruined my life. It is easier to do that than for you to say, I'm taking responsibility. Now, I'm not saying that people are not mean and people will not do bad things to you, but regardless of what they do, you are responsible for your life. They can do whatever they like, but you are responsible for your emotions. So we're coming down to this thing again. If you are in a job that is making you sad and unhappy, why are you there? If you're there for the money, I understand. So start putting money together and give yourself a time frame in which you exit that unhappy situation, unhappy environment, because you cannot make progress with unhappiness or sadness. You can't make progress. You can't be unhappy and sad and depressed and you want to make progress. You can't. It's not going to happen. So you're in a job. So give yourself a time frame and tell yourself, I'm unhappy with this job and I have to leave this place because I don't belong here. I'm sad. I'm not happy. I don't belong here. So give yourself a time frame and tell yourself between now and, I don't know, 2021, I don't know, December, you will have found another job and you'll have exited this. Why? Because of course you need the resources and all that. So that's, you need the money and all. So that's it. Yeah. So, but you have to define it and say, listen, I am not happy with this job, or I'm not happy with this business, or I'm not happy with this environment, or I'm not happy, or I'm not happy with, I'm not happy with this person. Say it. Say it. Now, I'm going to tell you guys something. Listen. Take responsibility for your happiness. Now, some of you that are listening to me, some of you are immature. Why am I saying you're immature? When your partner corrects you, thank you for the gifts. Now, when your partner corrects you and tells you that something and tells you the truth about yourself or about a situation, you get angry. Anytime your partner or anybody tells you the truth about a situation, they tell you the truth, but you get angry. Why do you get angry? Because you don't want to listen to the truth and take responsibility to fix your character. You don't want to fix your character. So instead of fixing your character, taking responsibility and fixing that weakness in your character, you get angry. You get so angry. You get angry. Listen, when somebody tells you that, listen, that what you're doing, this thing is wrong, this thing is wrong, this thing is wrong, is not right. Listen, instead of getting angry and going crazy, think about it. Am I wrong? Are these people, are they telling me the truth? Don't just act. Don't just be emotional about it. So ask yourself, is this person telling me the truth? And if the person is telling me the truth, why am I getting angry? The reason why you're getting angry, because you lash out with anger. You are lashing out with anger because you don't want to take responsibility. Take responsibility. Don't lash out with anger. Take responsibility. So when they tell you there is something that you're doing wrong, there's something you've done wrong, or there is a particular way you act, there's something you say or do, don't react in anger. Ask yourself, because anger is refusing to take responsibility for that weakness in your character, for that flaw in your character. That's what you're trying to protect yourself with anger. And when you do that, you're not taking responsibility. So when somebody tells you that anybody tells you, your boss, anybody, so you need to check yourself and find out, is it true? Did I do this? Is this what happened? And 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 think about it. Don't just lash out in anger, because anger is not going to fix that flaw in your character. There is a flaw in your character, so you have to fix it. Fix that flaw in your character. Fix it. I need to talk about fixing the flaws in your character, because all of us have flaws in our character. And most times what happens is that, for instance, I have this, Potato is here. Potato Munches is here. He will have certain areas of his character that are very strong, that and certain areas that are weak. Now I have certain areas of my character that are strong, and maybe certain areas that are weak. Of course, however, I've done a lot of work on myself. Now, I could tell I could tell Potato Munches, hey, you need to look at this area or fix this area. Do you understand? Now, instead of getting angry at me, you could say, oh, that is very tough. But I'll think about it. Not getting angry, not going crazy. So I'll think about it. And you go back and think about it. Not react in anger. Anger just says that you don't want to accept the truth about yourself. Accept the truth about yourself and take responsibility for yourself. Accept the truth. Accept the truth. Accept the truth about yourself. Just accept the truth. Don't fight. Don't, listen, if you always react in anger, you're in trouble. What? You smashed the phone? Why did you do that? Wow. Oh my goodness. Oh no. If you react in anger, you're not taking responsibility. No, 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 don't. Anger is not going to solve anything. Anger is that you're not taking responsibility. So you need to take responsibility. So when somebody says something that you don't like and you don't want to hear, don't lash out in anger. Don't get angry. Don't go crazy. Just listen. Think about it and try to fix that issue. Try to fix it. Because the flaw in your character is not going to go away by getting angry. Anger is not going to solve anything. Let me tell you something. Anger is a waste of your time and your energy, because you will shout, you will scream, but nothing's going to change. However, if you look at yourself and you fix it, and you have a conversation, with the person, whoever the person is involved, look at these guys. Oh man. So listen to me, you guys. Listen. Take responsibility. Take responsibility for your feelings, for your emotions. The worst thing you can do to yourself, the worst thing you can do to yourself is to blame somebody else for how you feel. Nobody controls your emotions. You control your emotions. They can do whatever they like, but you control your emotions. You control your emotions. You determine how you feel. You determine your response. So that's what I'm saying. Learn to control your emotions. And I took her money because she made me smash her phone. What's this guy talking about? Stop smashing people's property. That's anger. Don't stop it. Don't do that. Don't react in anger. Don't smash people's property. Don't smash things. Don't smash anything. Don't carry an object to throw at people. Don't throw bottles. Don't throw tape. Don't do anything. Don't act violent. Don't act like a crazy person. Sit down and have a conversation with the people. Do you understand? Anger is always a way for you to escape responsibility. You want to You don't want to take up responsibility, so you just get angry and you smash things and throw. Stop. Listen, if you're following me, stop doing that. Stop reacting in anger. Stop smashing things. Even if you get angry, go out somewhere, stay somewhere, deal with the anger. Don't learn to keep your mouth shut. Don't because you will regret everything you say when you're angry. Learn to keep your mouth shut when you get angry. Don't throw things. Don't get violent. You will regret it. You will regret it. Don't do that. Don't hit anybody. Say I'm angry and you hit. Don't hit anybody. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. You're following me for a reason. Don't do that. Don't do that. Control your emotions. Even when you're in a place and you get so angry and you feel that this thing is getting out of hand, go somewhere. Go somewhere. Go get out of that environment and calm down. Listen, when you get angry, don't say anything. Don't say anything, because you will regret it. You will, let me tell you, 100% you will regret it. Don't say anything, because what you say is not going to fix the problem. So why are you saying it? What you say is just to lash out at that person emotionally and say something that will hurt that person, but it's not going to fix the problem. It won't fix the problem. It might make you feel good, and do you know what? It's even going to make it worse. It will make that situation worse. Don't be careful what you say. Be very careful what you say. Yeah, so back to taking responsibility. You need to take responsibility for how you feel, take responsibility for where you are, take responsibility for being for your success, take responsibility for your failure, take responsibility for what is going on in your life, and stop blaming people. This is a good time to tell you guys about my books. So go to my page, click on the link. It will take you to my page on Amazon, and you can get my books there. You can get my books, Finding Direction, Clarity, Start with What You Have from Where You Are, Success Habits, Drive, and some other books. I have some fiction. I have a couple of fiction there, so go get Clarity, go get Finding Direction. Then if you can see this, what I'm wearing, you'll be fine. There's merch there, t-shirts, hoodies, you know, so learn to take responsibility. Stop abdicating responsibility. Stop blaming other people for your life, for your emotions, for where you are. Learn to take responsibility. Learn to take responsibility. Taking responsibility is hard. Yesterday we talked about choosing your happiness over comfort and convenience. It is very tough for you to take responsibility for your own happiness, because it is easier for you, it is easier for you to blame somebody else, So take responsibility. It's going to be hard. It's going to be tough. Take responsibility. Listen, I'm not saying that people are not mean. I'm not saying life, things may not have been, bad or hurtful or painful. But I'm saying you take responsibility for where you are now. Now, not yesterday. Now. Take responsibility for where you are now. Do you know some guys, they hate women. Do you know why they hate women? I'm not talking about, that they have a sexual orientation. I'm talking about relationships. They are heterosexual, but they blame women for everything. Do you know why? Because one woman hurts them some time back. So now all women, just say all women are evil. No, all women are not evil. One particular woman, I don't know her name, Jane or Susan, hurt you in the past. That's it. It's Jane. That's it's her. It's not all women. You can't say all women. No, not all women. Not all women are bad. Not all women are evil. They are good women and they are bad women, as they are good men and they are bad men. So you cannot now generalize and say everybody, all women are bad. You can't do that, because that's going to stop you from living your life now. You're using your past to live the present. You can't use memories from your past, memories and experiences from your past to live now. You have to deal with that situation and let it go. So that girl hurt you, or that woman hurt you. I don't know, maybe your mother, your auntie, your girlfriend, your wife, your fiance, your partner hurt you in the past. And now you generalize all women are bad. Hello, not all women are bad. Nah, that particular situation did not work out for you. So deal with that particular situation, but don't generalize. Please don't generalize. It's not it's not right, because it's not the truth. It's not the truth. One guy hurt you, now all guys are bad. No, not all guys are bad. Not all guys are bad. No, not all guys are bad. Not all guys want to take advantage of you. No, I know something terrible happened to you in the past. Yes, I agree 100%. However, not all men are bad and not all women are bad. Take responsibility for your life where you are right now, and stop using the past to live now. Stop using memories from the past, taking memories from the past and events from the past to determine your life today. Don't do that. Don't do that. You're limiting yourself in several ways. Now I want to encourage you. I want to encourage you guys to go through my videos. The videos you like, share them, share those videos, make comments. If you're not following me, follow. Share my videos with your friends. Let them see my videos, and let them come learn. Let them come learn some of these things that we're enjoying. Of course you'll be fine. Of course you'll be fine. So learn to take responsibility. You're responsible. Success or failure, you're responsible. Happiness or sadness, you're responsible. Don't let your past determine your present and your future. I know you were hurt. I'm not taking it lightly. You were hurt and all that. Thank you guys. Thank you for your kind words. Now listen, beautiful Queen 7. You just joined us. Do not allow your past, the pain and the hurt from the past, now determine your present and your future. Listen to me. You had a relationship, and that relationship went south, and it was toxic, and it was painful, and it was just torture. And now you have decided that you're not going to be in a relationship with anybody, and you don't want it anymore. You need to forgive yourself for being in that relationship. Nobody forced you to be there. You chose to be in that relationship. That is what I'm talking about, responsibility. I know you're even angry as I'm saying it. You're very angry with me. Why am I saying that? Like, why am I saying that? I'm telling you the truth. You chose to be in that relationship. Nobody forced you to be there. Nobody put a gun to your head. You chose to be in that relationship. So if you're in a relationship with somebody who was abusive, who was an idiot, you chose to be in a relationship with that idiot. You chose to be in the relationship with that person. No, you were not forced to be in that relationship. So forgive yourself for being in that relationship. Forgive yourself for being there for too long, for receiving all that rubbish and not walking away sooner. So forgive yourself. You made a mistake. We're human and we make mistakes. So forgive yourself and let go of the memory, and just let it go, so that you can live your life now. You can enjoy your journey. You can enjoy your life. You can be happy now. now. You can be happy now, and stop blaming that person for your unhappiness, and stop blaming. No human being has the power to make you unhappy. None. There's none. There's none. And if it's such a situation that you see, the person is always around you, then you have to find a way to create boundaries, because nobody has that power, and nobody should have that power over you. Do you understand what I'm saying? Nobody should have that power over you. You determine your happiness. You determine your peace. You determine your joy. You are the one. You determine your peace, your happiness, and your joy. Thank you, guys. We've had our 30 minutes. Usually I'm here 8:30 UK time, and I put it that way intentionally, 8:30 UK time, and I'm not using American time. I'm here in the UK, so 8:30 UK time every day. 8:30 p.m. I'm here, and we have a discussion for 30 minutes, and I'm done. If you have any questions, can I have your questions before I go? I'll be done here in a few minutes. Do you have any questions on what we talked about now? Any questions at all? Any questions? Questions? Thank you, Potato Munchies. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, it's 10 in Italy. Oh, really? Oh, wow. Okay, you guys are 1 hour ahead. Okay. 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 Miss Dark Footless. Too late. Hey. Any questions? Any questions? Let's have your questions. Oh, also, I have books on relationships in my, so click my bio. There are books on relationships. I can't even remember all of them. 8:30 UK time. Yeah. Yes. I think I know what I'm going to do. I know what I'm going to do. So you guys, any questions, any questions, any questions, any questions, any questions, any questions, any questions? Any questions on what we talked about? What are you to do with your life? That's not what I'm talking about. That's your purpose. You discover your purpose. Go buy my book on finding direction. Buy my book, Finding Direction. It will help you. Buy my book, Success Habits. It will help you. Any question? If there are no questions, that means we're done for today. And any questions, any questions, any questions, any questions? Whoo! Stefan, how are you doing, Stefan? Success habits. Yeah, success habits. 48 master habits of success. It's there on my page. Click on my page. It will take you to click on. There's a link there. It will take you to my page on Amazon, and you'll see success habits. When we know we're happy. Yeah. Victoria joined. So thank you guys. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you guys for your contribution. Really, really appreciate you. So let's meet tomorrow at this time or throughout the week. 8:30 UK time. I'm here, and I'll be talking. Go check my videos if you don't check my videos. Follow me if you're not following me, and receive